Hello, welcome in, my friends. Welcome in. I'm doing free medium readings and free tarot guidance. There are some children outside my house. I think it's in the neighbor's backyard. They must have visitors over. So cute little kid sounds. Bobby Lou, welcome in. I am a psychic medium. I can talk to people in heaven for you, or I can ask guidance for things going on in your life. You can ask questions. Drop your questions in the comments, everybody, and I will answer them for you. Somebody is asking, am I getting a goal that I've invested a lot in, worked really hard for? Am I going to get what I want in this situation? And the answer says yes. Bobby, was I talking to you at that time? What's going to happen career-wise for Bobby, please? What's going to happen career-wise for Bobby? It says you shouldn't be stressed about work. What's going to happen? I see a younger masculine figure in the cards for you who there's some disappointment between you and him. But it looks to me like things will kind of open up. Things will, like, I see an opening door between you and a young masculine, but ultimately it says you don't have to worry about work. Okay. Can other people hear me? Erica says no sound. Can other people hear me? Michael, Bobby, does that make sense for you? Okay, Michael can hear. Michael, will Michael hear from Ashley soon, please? One card. Will Michael hear from Ashley? It's more likely not, but you should reach out to her. Okay, Michael, you should reach out to her. Erica, it's on your end, my sweet. You're welcome, Michael. Bobby, the young masculine is throwing you off. It could be anybody. Do you work in a workplace? Bobby? Truth seeker, thank you for the compliment. So, Bobby, I think it's just somebody in your workplace who's just, it's a masculine who's younger than you. It could be, it could be one of your team, or it could be a customer. What did it say about him? He opens the door for you, and you don't have to stress about your work. Why? Why? This is crazy. I really think somebody hates me and reports my videos because they're saying that I'm showing nudity. I'm gonna, my account, if it ever gets shut down, guys, you gotta go find me somewhere else. So what am I gonna do? Put on a shirt backwards like this. That is crazy. That makes me so mad. Carmen, will Carmen find your true love partner this year? Yes. Truth Seeker, you need to compare something. So 1 card for Truth Seeker. 10 of Wands is a heavy burden. Okay. Mandy, will Mandy marry Chad this year, please? Maybe, but there's hidden information. So if I were you, I would really take my time deciding if Chad is the right one for you, okay? You're welcome, Truth Seeker. Rebecca. Will Rebecca find daycare for her son in March, please? It says no. It says there are obstacles. I think you have to look in many different places. Have you already? Christy, is Christy going to move in April? Thank you, Lazaro. Christy, it gave me King of Pentacles. Do you live with a father or a husband? For Christy? Your sister. I see a King of Pentacles. Is your sister in a romantic relationship? Or is this it might be your guys' dad. Is your dad still living, Christy? Thanks, Truth Seeker. That's so nice of you. I really appreciate it. Nobody ever reads my cards. I should do that more often. Christy, if you wanted to tell me if your dad he's coming out in your cards for some reason. He's alive. Okay. He's involved with the move for some reason. He's the first thing that comes out about it. I don't know why he's more coming out. They're not really telling you about a move. Can you tell me yes or no about a move for Christy? There's some kind of, your parents are involved for some reason. I don't know what that would have to do with you moving, but it's simply not telling me an answer. They're kind of like ask your parents or something. Preeti, Renal, and I will end up marriage. Will Preeti and Renal marry, please? You're welcome, Christy. Sorry I couldn't get more clarity on that. Preeti. It looks like somebody needs to get a divorce in your situation. I have the divorce card for some reason, and I have children card. So, will you end up married? There's a divorce if you haven't yet been divorced, or if you and he or they haven't been divorced before. I see it happening in somebody's cards, so I would be careful, I guess. Desiree, will I find a new job by April? Guys, your questions to cards are weird tonight. They're not telling me the answers to your questions. They're telling you different things that you need to know about. Desiree, I see a boyfriend figure in your cards who was unfaithful. But a new job. I don't know if you had to figure out your romantic situation before opportunities work out or anything like that. Amanda, can I tell you anything about yourself? There is a travel or a movement of place in your cards, or you commute, you travel for work, you are currently staying at a place that you don't live. There's some kind of movement of place for you. Iman, will I get out of my current financial predicament? Yes, you will. Summer, tell me about your mom. Is she living or passed? Amber, will Amber and Rick get back together? No, you should not get back together. Lydia, let's get a card for Lydia, please. It says King of Hearts is at work, or King of Hearts is working. Jessica, will Jessica meet a romance in the Bahamas? You should not, Jessica. You should not look for that in the Bahamas. There's your Bahamas trip. I don't know if it'll even go ahead. You have 4 of Swords twice and 10 of Wands twice, which is very unusual. Very unusual to get doubles of those cards. Like it's so unlikely that that could happen from a stack. It looks to me like your friends or your travel companions are going to betray you in some small way. So, I don't know. I would say it's a no for romance there. Summer, would you like me to call in your mom? Summer, you can tell me your mom's name, Summer. Renting, tell you about the business. Mishi, I can't remember your name. Can I tell you about the business? It says 2 of Wands. That says like forward motion or just, it's like the future is good. The future is good, I would say. Edwin and Allie, are things really over? I see you guys continuing to communicate for some time. Stone, does Mark have feelings for Stone? Yes, some kind of feelings. I don't know if it's really true love, but there are feelings there. Jonathan, is Leslie talking to someone else? Yes. Aaliyah, will you get back together with him? The answer is yes. It's in your control, I think. It kind of says like, if you want to, you can. Athena, Summer. Can I get a message from Athena for Summer, please? Is that her real name, Summer? It's so uncommon. It's pretty. Hi, Athena. She says, hello, daughter. What happened? Summer, to answer your question, is your mom okay? She is, but she says, what happened to you? Something happened after she passed, and she wants you to talk to her about it. It's like, what happened to you? Some kind of trauma or some kind of, yeah, let's just call it a trauma. And she wants you to talk to her about it. So you don't need to use me for that conversation, but just kind of pray to your mom about whatever happened. Okay? Summer, the question is, are you okay? Because you asked, is your mom okay? But the question is, are you okay? So go back and forth and converse with me and your mom here, because I have your mom here. So converse with her through the chat. She says, what happened? Are you okay? That's her response to you. Okay? Are you getting that? So what would you say back to her? Are you okay? You are. Okay. You're going through tough times, ma'am. She's going through tough times. She says, no, I'm not okay. It says, where once I was, you had all this, first of all, beauty and potential. It says, where first I was like kind of young and free. Then did you have a controlling romantic partnership who brought a lot of drama into your life? Athena, what would you like to say to your daughter about all of this? Athena, I don't know if this is past, present, or future for you, or who the man is. It might be your mom's husband. It might be somebody from your childhood, or it might be a current situation. But she says you have to get away from this man. If that's not current, and it was like somebody who lived with your mom or something like that, she's just saying like you have to get away. Did you get away? Did you get away? I think it might be both. Like, did you have men around you when your mom was alive? And she's saying, did you get away? Or you're around these men now who you have to get away from. There's two men, or it might be one that has different qualities. Summer, would you like to say, okay, Mom, she got away. She got away. That's a relief. She says, I think he was too old for you or something. So Mom, so Summer, what needs to happen between you and your mom is that you need to open up to her spirit and know that you can communicate with her, because it's a little bit unusual that your mom is not aware of your situation. So it feels to me like she's been unable to observe you and stuff, which is unusual because normally ghosties can see everything we do. Normally your mom would be looking down on you and being able to see everything. So there's some kind of reason why she's been unable to kind of get information about you and to watch over you. So do you know what that reason might be? Do you have children, Summer? Do you have a brother? So there are 2 children showing. I don't know how old you are, but it says like, I wouldn't have children with anyone who's in your life right now, okay? How old are you, Summer? So make sure, even no matter if a good guy does come into your life, don't have children, okay, at this time. Even if some guy comes in who seems like he's really a good guy, don't have children, okay? Your mom, that's what your mom would like for you, to not do that at this time. She says that you have to move, and there's a lot of movement. I don't know. This reading is a little bit different than most of my medium readings. It feels choppy, and it feels like she doesn't have enough information about you to guide you as much as she wanted to. Like, she's lacking information in heaven. So what you need to do, Summer, again, is you need to start praying to your mom and talking to your mom. She's at peace. The concern for the spirit realm is you. I just see a lot of movement here. You need to, are you moving around? Are you staying at different houses or something like this? It's not like, how can we help, Summer? Athena, how can we help? Okay, your lease is almost up. So I would say moving would be a good thing for you if you can find a better place. Yes. And your mom says, I just want the best for you, Summer. She's like, I want the best for you, my little girl. My little girl, she sees you. She says you look just the same as you always did, my little girl. And she sees you in her mind's eye. She can see your childhood. But there is something around you that's causing your mom to not be able to see you, which is very unusual for my readings, okay? So, like I said, stay open to her energy and pray to her. Athena, is there anything else that needs to be said here? If your mom has regrets or something, there are a lot of, there's just children. Are you an only child? There's groups of children here. If she has any reason to regret, just know that she is now at peace. But she wants to make sure that you are at peace. So you need to pray to each other. Okay, Summer? Do you want to ask any questions? That was a reading I had not much clarity, but she was very present. But it was like she didn't have a lot of information to go on or something. Does she speak a different language than me? Maybe that could be. Okay, Summer, my sweet. Good night. Good night, Athena. Sandra? Will Sandra's daughter land her dream career? Miss Mates, hang on, I'll answer you in a sec. Sandra, is your daughter... Where's your daughter's dad, Sandra? This is crazy, guys. I put together two decks of cards today. And through every shuffle, I keep getting the same card twice. How? It's so, like, the odds of that happening Sandra, I'm just waiting for Sandra to respond about where's your daughter's dad. It's just giving me... Okay. Will she land her dream career? I don't know why he's coming out about that question. What is the dream career? Tell me that. So I can get clear. The dad has a lot to say about this. He's very strongly coming out. What is his opinion on her dream career? Dance related. Okay. Will she be a professional dancer? It looks like it does dad. Oh, he does support it? Okay. Will she be a professional dancer? Or will she work in the dance field professionally, please? I would say it's not likely. Sorry, Sandra. That's what it says. Unless it showed 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. It is a very painful and damaging profession, is what the cards say. So it's not looking great for her to be a professional dancer, but if she is, she might be, but it would be damaging to her. Miss Mates. Miss Mates is asking me, is her son okay? So Miss Mates, I'm going to be needing probably more information from you. You're welcome, Sandra. Is her son okay? Show me the son. Not really. No. Are you in contact with him? He's not dead. If you're asking that, I don't think. Miss Mitz, I'm talking to. Miss Mates. He's 18. What do you mean by okay? Do you live with him? Does he live with you? What is your concern? Tell me, what is your concern? You just want him to be happy. So he's just like a typical, is he just like depressed in his room kind of thing? 10 of Swords and 5 of Cups with the Jack of Swords is like, he's not doing well, no. But there can be so many different levels of not doing well. Tell me what his life looks like so I can guide you on how to help him do better. Does that make sense? If he's just like, if he lives home with mom and he just spends a lot of time in his room, then I wouldn't be as concerned as if he has a drug problem. But I can't see. You can tell me so I can provide you with guidance for him. Okay. I think he's better off. He's better off not in school. I think he's better off getting a job. Does he have a job at this time? So he finished high school. Is that the case? Did he graduate high school and then developed anxiety? Something happened in his life. What happened? What happened? There's something that happened that you're not aware of. What was it? So Miss Mates, you need to get him to therapy. Is he in therapy? I think I know what's wrong. I think he's had some trauma regarding an adult man. Are you still here? Do you know anything? Do you have any information about an adult man who I won't be able to pinpoint it without, we would need something to go on, but I'm concerned enough that I'm bringing it up to you. Okay? Are you catching my drift? Am I hinting big enough? Because I don't like what I see. It looks to me like he was mistreated by an adult in his life. And he needs therapy. He needs to tell about something that happened to him. Okay? Now don't freak out, Mom. You're not going to do any good if you get your anxiety triggered. You can't help him if you were in a state of panic and stuff. You just have to get him to a therapist and see what comes out. Any questions, or do you have any ideas of what I could be talking about? Did he play sports? Did he have a coach? Yeah, I wouldn't show me his experience at basketball, please. So I think our mind goes to the worst case scenario, the worst thing that we can imagine that would happen to a young man. I don't see that is the case, though. I think he just has some trauma from the influence of adult men in his life, probably like a bullying situation. Probably in his sports experiences. Okay? And I don't know if he's just extra hard on himself. Now, I don't know. I simply don't know. You have to go to therapy and see if it gets uncovered. But there's definitely hidden information. So whatever story you have about the sports experience, there's a lot more to it that you're unaware of. So sometimes there's hazing that the kids, sometimes it creates shame. The kids are too ashamed to admit that they let a man do this to them or something like this. If he stopped playing basketball and then finished high school and then got depression, there's a lot to uncover there. So no, he's not okay. I don't see it as being like the worst thing you can imagine. I don't think he's on drugs. I don't think. Let me ask. Is there drug use? One card. Is there drug use? There may have been like once or twice where he tried it, but it's not an addiction. Is there sexual abuse? No, like, again, don't panic. There's some crossing of lines. Did they ever have a sleepover, or did he ever travel? Tell me that. Did he ever, like, stay at a hotel with his team? Did they ever go somewhere? Did they ever have a sleepover together? The team? They're telling me I'm on the right track here, okay? I think some line was crossed at a camp or a sleeping situation or something. And I don't know for certain that it was a sports coach. I know, Mom, we can say what our children would do in a situation, and then you have absolutely no idea how they will actually respond in a situation. I've seen it. He might have a certain kind of personality where he might beat the shit out of somebody, but if he's scared and there's a misuse of power, listen, your kid just doesn't just become a different kid overnight for no reason. Something happened to him. So don't dismiss it, but don't freak out. Get him to go to therapy and see what comes. It might be in 20 years that you get the full story on this, but just provide whatever supports you can, mental health supports, and be aware that you don't know the full story, okay? I'm not just here making shit up. My cards don't make shit up. They don't. I can't tell for sure what it is, but there's something that needs to be revealed. Yeah, Johnson, because it was a very important topic. I don't just rush. This is people's lives. I take it very seriously. Okay, I will move on to other questions. You're welcome. Gabby. Gabby, does Jenny have romantic feelings for Gabby? They think you're pretty. They do think you're pretty. Elle, are you the same person who was here a couple of nights ago? And what's your niece's name? Aries is your niece's name. Who did I talk with for you before? Was it your mom I talked to before? Elle's niece, Aries. Okay, my sweet. I'm glad you came back. Hi, Aries. Are you here? How old was Aries? Oh, I just pulled a card for you. How old was Aries when she passed? It's funny because the way the phrase she used, she said, "I'm in children's heaven." So I don't know how heaven works. I think she had images of heaven when she was a little girl that was like clouds of cotton candy and ice cream swirl, soft serve slides, and these like My Little Pony and Care Bears type of fantasies that we have when we're children. And she says, I'm there. I'm in children's heaven. So she's probably a little bit of a child at heart. I see a King of Swords in her cards. She loves you very much. She feels very connected to you. You're the Two of Hearts. You and her. She is at peace in children's heaven, she says. I don't know what I do kind of know what she means by it, but it might mean something more to you if you write it down. Like, write it down. She's in children's heaven and she is at peace. She's resting there. There's a King of Swords, though, in her energy. I don't know if he's living or past. Elle, you should like respond and communicate while your niece is here, because she wants to hear your voice. She wants to hear what you have to say, not just me. A King of Swords, if you know who this would be, like a critical man, who it looks like she kind of got liberated from him. Does that make sense? She's showing me, this is her. Nine of Pentacles is her. That's like a free woman. A free young woman. And then King of Swords and Queen of Swords and Jack of Swords is like probably some tense relationships. KL. And then there's a queen here who had like a flair to her. I don't know if she left people behind, and she's saying hello to the ones she left behind, and she's talking about all these people. If Elle is not really responding back, I'm not going to get much more out of the reading. So thank you for coming in, Aries. I hope you feel more at peace after delivering that message to Elle. One more card. Okay, sorry, Elle. It's your comments are not showing through. You're getting probably filtered out. Again, with the children, the reference to childhood. She can see a King of Hearts through the window. No, Elle, sometimes they get filtered out. It's not your fault, but there's not much we can do about it. You can try to just repeat what you said already. There's a King of Hearts who she looks out for. She can see him. She probably like watches over him. And it's a person that she knew in her childhood. Do you? Okay, lovely. Lovely. Who's a King of Hearts? Like their dad. Like, where's their dad? Or do you have a husband also in your house? Okay, and Penny, yeah. So, I don't know who all the characters here are, Elle, but if there's a man in your house, she just watches out and protects them against everything, I guess I can say. I don't really know what else to say without the information. anything you want to say to your children, Aries? She doesn't, she can't really say anything to her children. It would be too much for her to try to talk to her children. It's like there'd be no words, but she just says, I want them to be happy. And there are people around, a King of Swords, a Queen of Swords, a King of Hearts, and a Queen of Hearts. There are adults in the lives of her children. Some are good and some are bad, though. So she's kind of pleading that you protect them from anything that's bad around. She says, I just want them to be happy, okay? Oh. Well, here we go. All right. This is the information I needed. Okay. The fathers, you're saying there are two fathers. Are the fathers a couple, or are they different fathers of different children? Because it looks like there were two men who took one child away. Can Elle get this child back? Aries, can Elle get this child back? She says, I don't see how you could. Leave it to the courts, she says. It might be a case where the fathers get sick of having the child and they might just bring back the child anyway. Am I seeing that right, Aries? She says, leave it with the courts. It's kind of like the truth will come out. She says, kind of just like do your best and stay on top of it. Like, don't give up on this child. It kind of logistically, it doesn't look like there would be any way for you to get the child back. But don't give up on her. I kind of suspect that if the father has to actually do anything, especially in a legal sense, he'll just give up on it. So do what you can, stay in the picture there, and, you know, pull at any threads you possibly can, but probably, you know, these men are like, if you beg for that child back, he'll keep it just to spite you. But if you just remain like a presence and just behind the scenes, do whatever you can, then he might just lose interest in the child. Now, I had somebody who asked a long time ago, Penny. Penny, please. Cherry, are you saying that your dad is haunting you? Or are you asking when he's going to die? You're welcome, Elle. And Elle, pray. You should pray. Pray and manifest and beg God for this situation to go in your favor, in the child's favor. Penny is asking for her grandmother, please. Penny, what's your grandmother's name? Catherine? Can I hear from Catherine, please? She says, yes, you can. I think she's very talkative. I think Catherine is talkative. There's also King of Swords, though, and a King of Hearts who are rushing in ahead of her. It feels to me like Catherine was a woman who the men always tried to like speak ahead of her, and she said, no, my turn to speak. There's a mansplainer. Very interesting. How would I know this? That's very interesting. Yep. And she says they don't know what they're talking about. They got nothing but lies. But they are all together. Now, wait, are they past? Whoever of your relatives have passed on, they are all together. They do love each other, or they exist together. But she's not going to let them like overpower her voice. Okay, Catherine, I'm listening to you and you only. I do not want to hear from those uncles. This is Catherine's moment. Queen of Hearts. She's like, yes, that's better. She loves you, Penny. She sees you as, she says you're very beautiful. She loves your dress. You're probably not wearing a dress right now, but she says, I love your dress. If there is a time, past, present, or future, that you were dressed up, she loves it when you dress up. She says, I love your dress. And is her husband still alive? And do you spend much time with her husband? It looks to me like he loves you, especially, like he has a special place for you. And she says when it is his time to pass, that she will be waiting for him. She loves her husband. And when it's his time to say goodbye in the future, she'll be waiting for him. Okay, so he has a special place in his heart for you. He has special memories with you from when you were little and stuff. This person, I'm doing this for free. There's no profit here. So Pop probably gets a little bit lonely, and I think Pop actually misses those sons. The ones who were like mansplainers. Pop actually misses them. I don't know, buddy. It's just there for, I run a separate business in real life. Yeah, Pop likes the conversation. Pop likes the conversation, and he kind of misses that banter and stuff. Anything else that Penny needs to know, Catherine? These losers are sidetracking me. If you ever worry about any kind of major things coming up, Penny, I don't think you have to be overly concerned about anything major going on with your Pop, okay, Penny? Now, is there anything you want to ask your Nan? Loser. This person is a loser. I'm seeing that there are some comments filtered. So Penny, I haven't seen anything from you. So it's possible if you did ask your grandmother something that it got filtered out. That happens a lot. Amy, I'll answer your question when I close out Catherine. Hi, Lauren. Thank you so much. So, Catherine is Penny's grandmother, and I don't see anything else coming in from Penny, so I would say that she just is getting filtered out or something. So, Catherine, I'm going to put you back to rest, my love. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, she's acknowledging that there's some kind of blockage with the internet, is what Catherine says. So, Penny, you can talk to your grandmother anytime. Also, for everybody's information, I post these on YouTube. My live streams get posted to YouTube, and my YouTube channel is called The Megawatt Collective. So you can find these later. They don't go missing on you. So for Penny, you can come back and talk to Catherine anytime. For Amy, will N be stopped? The bullying? It says kill them with kindness. Yes, they will be stopped. It looks to me like a plan will be put in place. As long as you keep talking about it, you should continue to bring attention to the matter, okay, Amy? And I do see a plan being put in place. But for your role in it, it says kill them with kindness. Just kind of like be yourself, and you keep showing your true colors. You keep being the bigger person. And it looks to me like things will be ironed out, okay? Talking about with who? With your administrators. So tell your administrators the details of what's happening. I'm going to take Carolyn's mom, and that's going to be my last reading for tonight, guys, because I'm just wearing down. Somebody commented above, they said, so you work for free? And the answer is yes. I do. I also run a business that people pay me for my services. But my TikTok, yes, I'm volunteering my magic and my energy and my time to help make the world a better place. Believe it or not. I am from Newfoundland. I sure am. Catherine, tell me your mom's name. Sorry, Carolyn or Caroline? Is it Caroline? What's your mom's name, Caroline? Yay, newfies! Caroline, I'm not seeing any comments from you, so again, you're probably getting filtered out, guys. I'm sorry, it's so annoying. It's just TikTok. Hi, Norman. Okay. Carolyn's mother, Katie, please? Caroline. Caroline's mother, Katie. Hi, Katie. Caroline, do you have a pretty big stressor happening in your life? Do you have nightmares, Caroline? Stress-induced nightmares. Does that ring a bell? So Mom sees you and there's some kind of dramatic events that happen in your life that you cling to, and your mother would ask you to try to let things go more. Now, this is her messaging. I don't know. It's not my messaging. It's not my opinion or anything. But she just sees you in situations. I think you let things bother you too much. You let things bother you a lot. And it's actually causing you a really high level of stress. The level of stress is, it appears perhaps that it's bigger than the situation. Do you know what the situation is that's causing you this stress? Because if you do, you can like tell your mom about it. Do you have children? This is going to be my last reading tonight, guys. I'm so sorry. I'll be back next Tuesday for sure. And if I can get back before then, make sure you all follow me so that you know when I go live. Everybody should be following me. And then you can re-watch your readings on YouTube. Okay. Well, if there was a child who might be with your mother, I do see a child with your mother. And I feel that that might be a little bit connected to the stress. Do you want to tell your mom about what's stressing you out so much? This is a child. Do you date Caroline, or do you have a partner? Is it a committed partner, or do you date people? What's that kind of situation like? I see a King of Hearts and a King of Wands. Are you? Who else is in your life? No kids, but like, what is all this stress about then? Does your husband have children or something like this? I see children in your cards and I see stress in your cards. So is it family issues? Okay, cool. So I won't try to dig at all of that, but your mother sees all those things. Okay. So Mom, what's the advice? So Carolyn, I'm getting the impression maybe you don't want to like tell me exactly what it is, but so we'll just ask your mom, what is the advice? Katie, what is the advice for the family issues? She says like, just keep being the daughter that I know. You're showing as a Queen of Hearts and a Nine of Hearts. You're a very sensitive person. So I'm gonna put together the pieces and say that the family issues really impact you a lot. And your mother says that you let it impact you too much. She says you're too sensitive. You let things bother you too much. Okay? That's what your mother wants to say to you. Caroline, do you want to ask her anything else or hear on any other topics from your mom? She's in heaven. She's at peace. She's not in pain. Are you worried about your health, Caroline? Or your husband's health? If you or your husband are having some kind of mysterious pains, I think that you don't have to worry about your health and your husband's health too much. So if you have siblings with her, I was getting a lot of children, a lot of Jacks. So they may be your siblings. So I'll ask. And even if they were adults when they passed, to her, they would still be siblings. She says, stop fighting. They don't fight. The siblings who are in heaven don't fight, she says. She says, there's no hardship among the siblings who are in heaven. There's no hardship. So I bet you those were all those Jacks that were coming out. I'm like, how do you not have children? She says, I love you. Ace of Hearts. And she says, my daughter. This is the daughter card. So she says, I love my daughter. Your siblings are with her and they're all fine. They're all in heaven. Katie, do you want to say anything else about everybody who's in heaven? She says, I love you, my daughter. I think she's like, I'm pretty simple. I think everything, yeah, look, I love you. And then core, the word core is there. That's like, you're my, like she holds you in her core. It's kind of saying like, you're part of me. So I think in general, she'd like you to try to not be so sensitive. I don't like saying those things. Like I that's not my opinion, but she would say that you let things bother you too much, okay? Do you feel good about that? You're so welcome, my love. It's my pleasure. Guys, thank you all so much for coming in. I wish I could stay all night and do readings for you all. I have to get my children to bed. And yes, I am here for free. And almost all Tuesday nights, I am able to come in. And I try to come in from time to time in addition to that. So thanks for coming in. Make sure you follow me. And this will be posted to YouTube. Cherry, I got to answer your question. You've been asking me all night and you've been so patient. But your question was, when is your dad going to die? Right? They're not going to tell you when. But they're going to say that he still has some fight left in him. Okay? Your dad still has some fight left in him. And the death card is reversed. So he's not going to die like... Is he sick? Is he in palliative care? Tell me, is he in palliative care? If he's not in palliative care, even if he is in palliative care, he has some fight left in him. That's the answer, okay? All right, my loves, shine bright out there.